right, so now it is time for my second of 5 must-have mods for the new 6th Gen 4Runner. And that brings me back into the interior, and we're gonna go for the floor mats. So for the floor mats, I have my favorite, my personal favorite. I've ran them in the Tacoma, I ran them in the 5th Gen, and that is gonna be Lasfit. Check it out. So the first thing I'm gonna do, since they've been all packaged up, I'm gonna take them out of the plastic here, put them in the sun, let the heat kind of flatten everything out, and then I'll get them in the truck. I highly recommend you do this if you got the patience. On the Tacoma, I kind of threw everything in, and just over time, it all fell. You know, you can do that too, but I found this just being an easier way. Now, Lasfit is probably one of those companies I'll probably always run in the truck. You know, when I was first looking for the TRD off-road, I was calling up all the dealerships and looking for the bare bones. You know, I didn't want any of the, you know, they charge like $500 something for freaking floor mats. They just add on all these crazy prices. So I was really trying to avoid that. And the funny thing is, I had one of the dealership guys say, well, you have to have floor mats because you're gonna end up wearing a hole through the carpet if you don't. I'm like, yeah, dude, I just don't want floor mats, man. Because I'm gonna get them myself. This was the plan, was to go to Lasfit, get the floor liners that cover up a lot more than any of the stock stuff that they currently sell. So check out what I have in the 4Runner right now, because I actually think I did get upgraded floor mats anyway. These are like the 4Runner, you know, all-weather mats. And they are nice, don't get me wrong, they're nice, but they don't cover as much as the Lasfit stuff does. You know, same with the back here. So this is more like the all-weather kind. And again, they're nice, but we can just do a lot better. All right, so now that they're all heated up, you can see how all the folds have disappeared. And now it is time to get them in the 6th Gen. All right, so I'm gonna take the first one and just kind of fit it up here. So you first take the first one, line them up, snap the little holder clips, stick these back in, boom. Look at that. So way more coverage, actually comes all the way out to here, unlike the other one that stopped all the way over here. So if you're ever to drop anything, you know, potentially hitting your carpet, whatever. But these things are so snug. And after my experience with the last 2 trucks, like, they don't fold up over time. They don't like wrinkle up like the all-weather ones or the Weather Pro or whatever those popular ones are called. I always see those. My fiance has those all-weather tech ones, the Weather Tech, I think it is. And you know, it's been like a year and they're all like folding up on the side and they move around everywhere. But these stay perfectly still. They stay nice and flush. Push this side down. There you go. See? So now we get this whole centerpiece covered all the way up to the edges here. It just folds right into place. Can't beat it. And just as you can see, driver's side is just as flush. All right, it was getting way too hot over there in the sun, so I decided to pull the truck in and give you the final piece to Lasfit and the liners, and that is for the back of the truck. So check this out. That's all there is to it. All right, guys, so that does it for my second must-have mod for the new 6th Gen 4Runner, Lasfit liners. Check them out. I'll leave a link in the description below, and I'll see you guys for the third must-have modification for the new 6th Gen 4Runner.